Thought it had a great sense of sort of intensity and a sort of a latent kinetic energy throughout the entire narrative. Even when the moments weren't filled with drama, I felt like there was a foreboding that really worked in a stylistic and a moody way that I thought was quite effective. Obviously, the opening is very stark, and I thought that the all the actors really committed to the piece, and in a way that I felt was genuine and authentic. And I felt like everyone was sort of committed to the stylistic approach that was trying to be established, and I felt like it gave the overall piece a lot of cohesion, especially since it had a sense of scale that I was surprised to see in a short amount of time. I thought that the narrative felt a lot bigger than you would anticipate, especially as you move towards the closing and the bank heist conceit. I thought that a lot of those scenes were unexpected to me. I didn't think the narrative was going to go there within this current construct, but I thought it was quite effective, and I felt like it had a good sense of style that reflected an intent, and I thought that the closing quote was a reflection of that intent in terms of time and how we value actual currency.
It's a story of ultimate redemption, but that certainly comes with quite a sizable price. The themes and messages of what one would do for their family, uh, even at the expense of their own freedom. There were some interesting shot choices I thought that the director had in here that I really enjoyed. I particularly liked and found interesting the shot from the perspective of inside the bag of money when the second bag is discovered, and of the ambulance person checking on the welfare of the person who had gotten sprayed and kind of seeing that from that injured individual's perspective. These really kept me fully immersed into the world of this story.
It had the intensity of a heist. It had the drama of, why this was happening and the motivation for putting everything on the line and sacrificing everything in order to provide for your family. Um, I thought that his method of getting this done by hiring and recruiting these landscapers to all wear the same uniform. I thought that was so clever. And that moment on the phone where the 911 dispatcher was asking the guy, like, what do they look like? And he was like, I don't know, man, that's a complicated answer. So there's like a little bit of humor sprinkled in there as well. I really liked how this was set up. I thought that there was some really cool and creative camera angles. I like the way that it was shot. It was like easy to follow. You could kind of follow the little breadcrumbs, and we're seeing the ways in which he's trying to escape and his whole journey. Um, and then you have the family element as well, where you see her kind of grieving and being like, I don't know, like I'm just here with my daughter, and yeah, there was so many different elements, and I thought the story was just really well done. I thought it was well told.
The handheld moment of the cinematography brings a closer, intimate look of this very revealing moment as the camera holds onto ultimately the production design for our star here, who was once Employee of the Month and now he's joined the circle of the unemployed. Um, he's glancing at a photo of his daughter. A flashback presents itself here. It's glowing, adding on to this dreamy filter effect, creating a disconnect here between who our lead was and to who he is now. He literally smacks himself back into reality, almost shaming himself of reflecting back to these happy memories.
There's a lot of tension throughout the film. I really enjoyed the fact that the main characters get separated at some point. He ends up in jail, and then in the end there is this final letter. This final letter that is the conclusion of all the main characters are the various storylines that we have in the film, the plot and the subplots. And top of that, I think what really keeps you there on top of the stories was the performances. I think the actors here are doing a great job, are really keeping up, are really doing what they are really doing more than what they should do, you know. And the plot keeps up with the main premise until this ending, which is touching at the same time, but also deep and emotional.
Really nice lighting from the beginning, nice cinematography. I liked that it's inspired by true events. That's always a winner in my book, just knowing that this or something similar did actually happen. Nice camera work throughout and coverage that you guys got. Really nice editing, nice set design and color scheme throughout. I really thought that everything tied in really well together, and you kept the same sort of color scheme throughout. Really nice use of music. Cool camera angles, by the way. I really liked the one where he drops the baggie of cocaine and then you see from up to him from underneath the cocaine baggie. I thought that was cool. I thought it was really funny. I liked the script having some funny lines, like when the guy said, when the cop asked the guy what the perpetrator looked like, and he was like, "Well, shit, man, that's a little complicated." That made me laugh. I really like the shot of the river when we first see the river. Great locations here. And I thought the urgency at the river was definitely played out very well. Like when he's at the river and he looks back, trying to see if anyone's on his tail. And just the like kind of frantic movement of the camera really helped to set that tone and the urgency.
It really makes you expect one outcome for the characters, and I think it approaches the ending in a really interesting way that adds to the story and to the themes explored, and I think it makes for a really interesting short film with a lot of suspense.